Good afternoon. My name is Ayon 1992-18, and this is my video about Volkswagen Group. On May 1938, Volkswagen Group was created by the group of the Nazis, the National Socialist of Works, or Nazi. In this case, Adolf Hitler wants to create a vehicle that could be the most aggressive or with less cost of production. So in this case, the Nazi create the Beetle. The Nazi always want to be not depend from others. So the Nazi wants to create his group of automobile with some help, like it was Alon's Porsche, who is the founder of Porsche, the automobiles. In 1936, before when the Second War begins, Volkswagen Group makes vans like jeeps or something like that from the to drive in the world in the rural places. So in this case, Volkswagen Group make like a trade or something like joint venture or a trade with Ford company in the United States. In this case, because both parts were in well in war, Germany and United States. The both companies wants to create or to be part of a project to have the better vehicle to the always to the war or to the society. So in this case, Volkswagen Group made the Beetle, or in Mexico named Bocho. This is the less expensive vehicle that Volkswagen Group made, or and the best sellers of all the world, I think. So, in United States, in 1936, no, in 1938, in United States, it begins to think about the future about Ford and the trade with Volkswagen. So they need to be the most yes, the most expensive group of cars to have more cars, not only the Beetle or the Ford Mustang in the place or the Panamera. So they want to create a trucks always group for search something like in the agriculture, the the primary sector or things like that. So Volkswagen Group was founded by, in this word said, Adolf Hitler, and then the thing that Germany named Volkswagen is the car for the people, or yes, the vehicle that the for the people. This is like the Volkswagen means in Germany. In this case, that definition is the Volkswagen, the the car for the people. In some cases, the Volkswagen in other countries is like the not the very good vehicle, but is like usually seen in the streets because it's not expensive. These cars are very economic. Then trying to the customers is very good. I think so. So I don't I never bought. Well, my family doesn't have a Volkswagen, have Toyota and Japanese vehicles. So Volkswagen, I think that it's a very good decision. In other words, the growth Volkswagen is very good, have a very good quality, and it's not expensive. Continue with the story. The story of Volkswagen is very, very have a very historical like just like all the all the history is very large. In these cases, we're going to talk about the 1916s. In 1916s is the year that the 10 years that Volkswagen has a higher sellers have the higher sellers in since his founder in 1936. In 1916, the group of Volkswagen was the company of vehicles that sells more than Ford and or Chevy in that years. We know that Chevy and Ford were the most popular, expensive in that case, um, factories of vehicles. So we need to recognize Volkswagen that in that very difficult years has the best sellers in the world. The founders in that time was Faron is a name. Faron Schwansing is a Germany name. I don't know what is the meaning. And it was only one person that controlled all the company. So the people, the cars people of Volkswagen were not the very good. The CEO don't make very good decisions in 1917s and all that years because don't he doesn't want to innovate, to make new products, to promote the best services. So it was not the year from Volkswagen. In the 1918s, where Volkswagen Group created the Golo in that year, but don't have the best sellers the Golo. The Golf in that place, yes, because he wants to create a vehicle that has the sport, the thing sport in the vehicle, the sport and the no expensive. So the Polo has the Golf, sorry, was the one of the hits that, like the Beetle. The Golf was in 1985. The Golf was upgraded. If we tell about that, was upgraded for the Golf GTE. It's a version or that is more sport than the stock edition. Then some if we see the vans of Volkswagen, like the big ones that his capacity is for 10 persons or something like that, was very nowhere expensive. So it's because we see a lot of them in Mexico we see a lot of that. So these bands doesn't have like a name or a personality or something that the owners has to. Volkswagen just sell that bands. I don't know the name. It was like a mm, band band for the people. It was in the significant in the meaning in Germany, but in here in Mexico it was the band, the Volkswagen band MCA2 was the name in here Mexico and Latin. So this band was like a boom in the 1918s, 1985. This band was the sellers were very good, and in 1919s the Golf was upgraded another time and was to promote this his second or his big brother in that case, saying the Jetta. Jetta is a sedan very good in these times. So in the 1919s was a very good decision to not always to the Germany market, always in the American market, the European was a very good decision. This is because Volkswagen make a very economic vehicle in talking about gas or in something that the reflections, the things to the tools and all of that, it was very no have a higher no was so expensive. So these decisions that Volkswagen Group made in his past in 1919s, 18s was very good. But when I say you that the CEO in 1917s, it don't was a very good history in that years. But yes, the sales could be could be very good, but the circumstance or the Cold War made in well, like I say you in the past minutes, the founders are the front of the labor or the Nazis with the leadership of Adolf Hitler. Like I said you in past minutes, the Nazis wants to create an economic car easy to repair for for the car of the people like his name is about. Well, the core values of Volkswagen is the responsibility, the high performance, and the service to the client. The third one is the most important that Volkswagen have. Why? Because the service to the client is the most important core value that he has. Why? Because it's the is to create an image, a very good image, not always to the customer, and so to the entire world. Volkswagen that I need to recognize has a very good service to the client. In Mexico or here in Oregon City, I see that when you buy a car in Volkswagen, they give you okay, I see that the cake has the Volkswagen logo and has a lot of chocolate. I don't know if he's actually doing that, but I think that is a very good service to the client. Sorry. The products and services that Volkswagen do is obviously the car sellers and the service to the car and the service to the client. The service to the client is change the oil, see the condition of the tires, and all the mechanic things. The service to the client is to promote new cars to have a to have some special trait to him if they have a Volkswagen in the past. So if you are a client of Volkswagen, they give you a like a second level or a third level of performance. I think so. So this is a very good image to Volkswagen to his actual clients and to the future clients. The if the present clients buy more cars or services, Volkswagen is going to recognize that. The best in other in other title, the most important vehicle is the Beetle. Why? Because the Beetle was the hit of Volkswagen. If we see both the Beetle put the company in the map, is the word that I'm going to say. Why? Because it sells like 100 million vehicles of the Beetle. It was a very good vehicle. In in here in Mexico, the Bocho in other words is a very good vehicle. We see that in the factory of Puebla, the production of the Beetle or the Pocho was ended in 2012. It's not so far. So I think that it's a very good vehicle in here in Latin American. I don't think so in USA and some countries of Europe, but here in all Latin American, it's a very good product. Why? Because it's so economic, very easy to repair. All the people, all the people I think that has a family or knows people that has a watch. This is a very good vehicle. And the failure products is the Volkswagen Phaeton. That is the name. That only was created in USA. This vehicle was created in 1919s, like 1991, 1992. I don't know the exactly date. So I don't know why this vehicle was the failure because it was a very good vehicle. The economic system was very good. It's like one 1 liter per I don't know, it was 16 kilometers. That is a very good. It's a very good number. Is that numbers is from the actually cars the more economics. Well, the price was. I think that was a failure. It cost like 13, 30, 30 $300. I think so. So it was a higher price at the time, but I think that Volkswagen gives you is a high performance. The service. I don't. It's not only the vehicle. It's the things that is before or after. It's all the service. I think so. So I'm going to praise the company in a very good opinion. Volkswagen is a very good company. His vehicles in the past and in the present are very good, but in here in the present is more has a higher price, but it has high performance, more high performance. Is the similar performance like Audi, like BMW, like Mercedes? So it's a very good decision, but I think that it's not for all the people. Why? Because the prices are so high. So we have the Volkswagen has the best cars like I don't know, million pesos or 200 2000 of pesos. So it I think so that if for the market of USA Mexican, but in some cases it's like that company that needs to implement more money or to has like a services to the client for paying in months and like that or to the credit card. So I think that in that way, I think that the Volkswagen need to change something, but in general, it's a very good company. And the critics of the company is that the 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 carbon emissions. In the 1919s and 1918s, the vehicles were very contaminate a lot. And they actually have hybrid cars and electric cars, like all the companies. It's a change that is very necessary. But in the past, Volkswagen has a problem with Greenpeace, the organization that all we knows about to promote the safety of the planet. This is a very bad decision to Volkswagen to make the carbon emissions very higher. But the economic way, I think that Volkswagen make a very good system to do all these things like the oil, the gasoline, etc. Well, the clients, customers, or dealers. The dealers around the world of Volkswagen Group has like 150 in all the world. The factories have like a 14, 15 in all the world. The main the main clients or customers to Volkswagen is the company that has trade with Volkswagen. In the is also in the main companies are in Germany for the logistic things is very very close to the factory. The main factories of Volkswagen are in Germany, USA, Puebla, Mexico, and Brasilia in Brazil. In the factory of Germany only if deals send the cars to all the United Kingdom to all those countries in Europe and in Asia. So in USA, the factory is only for USA or some countries like in Canada, Russia, etc. In Latin American is different. Mexico in Puebla, the factory also send vehicles to all Latin American and Brasilia, the factory in Brazil also have a distribution in all Latin American and Caribbean. This is a very good logistic thing because Volkswagen don't use more money to translate all the vehicles. Why? Because Mexico and Brazil are like in the middle, well, in the middle of the north and in the south Brazil. So it's a very good it's a very good place to have factories. I don't know if another country have in Latin America has factory, but the most important or the biggest one are in Mexico, Puebla, and Brasilia in Brazil. The clients, the 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 countries that buy more Volkswagens are Germany, USA, Mexico, Brazil, and Argentina. Those countries are the base of Volkswagen. Only for Volkswagen, not all the Volkswagen group, because the Volkswagen group is Audi, Ducati, Lamborghini are are vehicles more and more expensive. So in Latin American is not very used. Here in Mexico, we see that in Mexico City, Monterrey, Guadalajara has a Lamborghini dealer. Lamborghini is like a sister of Volkswagen Group. Lamborghini is a mark of Volkswagen. So is don't have like a very important much of vehicles that those marks sell. In Latin America, in USA, we see that Los Angeles, San Diego, all that cities biggest has Lamborghinis, Ferraris, Ducatis, etc. And the suppliers that Volkswagen Group is not general, but it depends from the country. Here in Mexico, has the suppliers came from Germany or Spain. The the suppliers in here in Mexico are Twangy, Twangy, Twangy seats that has the seats of the Jetta and all and all the things of comfort. It depends the part because has a lot of suppliers like one supplier of the seat, one supplier of the electric things, one suppliers of the I don't know the tires. So it depends very much to the country. In Germany and the other factories in Europe or in Asia and has the same suppliers because if we see in Europe has is no too on the distance between the factories. So the main suppliers in Europe are Takanaki Takanaki Systems that they develop the entertainment system, the music, the Bluetooth, and all that. The tires in general is Firestone and Michelin that are the most important. In Brasilia, I think that has another suppliers of tires, but is so so small. I think so. The the global market in Volkswagen Group, well, in the national market here in Mexico, and Volkswagen begins to create vehicles here in Mexico in 1969. It created the factory of Puebla. The factory of Puebla is so have so many years, so it's the most important here in Latin America, and begins in 1969 and begins to produce the Beetle that all the Mexicans know, and the Beetle, and now in the actually is creating the electric cars, or like the Jetta, the Golf, and or just in some vehicles only receive the parts and build them. No, don't produce the things in the factory. Or in the case of Brazil, is very different because in the Brazilian factory, create the things, create the tools, all that, and manufacture all the vehicle. In the international market, Volkswagen has sorry has 15 factories around the world. Here in Latin America, the most important that I see is Mexico and Brazil, United States, Germany, some places in United Kingdom, China, Tokyo, etc. So this in the international market, Volkswagen is very has a very important place in the market. We see that in all the cities we see like a Volkswagen dealer has like 150 or 55 dealers around the world. It's a very good number. It's a very good number. Well, continue with the finance information. I have here the well some letters. The unit that Volkswagen sells in 2020 is 9 millions approx. In decrease 15.2% in the past year. Well, and the electric cars that Volkswagen sells are 41,000 electric cars. So, in totally of all the cash that they receive, are the benefit is 8,000 miles euros. So it's not too much for comparing the 2019. It decreased 37.5% of all the money that they receive. It's a very bad situation, and we see that the COVID attack to everyone, not only the the short people that has a very bad economy. So always to the big ones like Volkswagen. This is a scenario very disafortunate to all. Well, the New York Stock Exchange and Volkswagen doesn't doesn't work with in the New York in the New York Stock Exchange. Why? Because they want to be a more private company. So the only thing that you can buy the stocks of Volkswagen is in a stockholder in, I think that is in China or in that countries of Asia. But it's only has very low, like, has not many stores, like has like 2000 2000s or something like that. Is not very recommend to buy a part or participation of Volkswagen. And this thing is because the CEO and all the organizational chart has the don't require money. So they has a lot of money that don't needs to have an extra entrance of money. So I think that they don't need to have this tool to be bigger than the other countries, or to the other companies. Sorry, to the company of like Ford, like Chevy, like, I don't know, the Mercedes, BMW. Well, in the part of the board of the company, we see that the CEO is Herbert Letts. The CFO is Arnold Antilles. The CMO is Raquel Antlis. The chairman of the board is Hans Bletter. And the director of Volkswagen Group is Hussein Al Abdullah. These are the most important people in Volkswagen Group. The thing that this board do is his job is very well. So I think that the story is in actually in COVID-19. I think that could be better, but is needs to have tips to for the employees and all that. I think that the board is doing a very good, very good job. And the thing that I need to recognize is that in all the circumstances, I think that both the board and wants to create, to innovate, and all the things, thinking to the future, not only to the present. The future, I think that is the thing that all the companies in the industry of vehicles needs to think more. What the joint ventures in the Volkswagen Group has is Bors. It's an Spain company about seats and all the interiors. The seats that Volkswagen have, and the thing that is back in the seats of the back seats. It all these things, and both has the joint venture to Volkswagen. Well, the principal company or the mother is Volkswagen Group, sorry. And Volkswagen, Lamborghini, Audi, Porsche, those are the little ones. The big one, the holding company is Volkswagen Group. Volkswagen Group begins to purchase company like in 1990s. In 1995, I think, purchased Lamborghini. In the 2000s, purchased Bentley, Ducati, Seat for Spain, and well, Italy is Lamborghini, Ducati, and in actually, and they want to purchase a part of Ford, and not only for have the most important part of Ford is for to create like a joint venture of the electric cars that in the future are going to be the best vehicles in the world. So we need to Volkswagen is thinking about the future to he wants to purchase a part of Ford. Well, the sister or subsidiary that I'll tell you is Lamborghini Italy, Ducati Italy, Bentley United Kingdom, Porsche Germany, Volkswagen Germany, Seat Spain. Those are the most important subsidiaries or sisters of the Volkswagen Group. The the thing that Lamborghini has is a is a is a company that has a high performance. So the cost of a Lamborghini is like 300 of no 3,000 sorry 300,000 dollars. So it's a very expensive company. In Ducati, those are motorcycles. Those motorcycles are for races, competition, etc. It's not only for the street. It's to a circuit or to a race very with conditions very strict. To the street, I think that Ducati, yes, they have a Ducati of common use, but his focus is to the competition. Lamborghini too, but we see that all the millionaires, all the people with a lot of money has Lamborghinis. We see that Lamborghini is a very expensive mark, and we see that Lamborghinis is sport sport vehicles. We see the large vehicles, and also Lamborghini creates a SUV. It's a yes, it's a vehicle. Well, for the family, they say, but they have the engine, the motor of a Lamborghini normal for the competition. So Lamborghini is very expensive. I think that the mark of Volkswagen Group that have most sales are Volkswagen and Audi. Audi is like BMW or Mercedes, has the same quality, but with another name. Is the same one, but yes, the the prices of Audi are very competitive with Volkswagen or to Mercedes. Well, we see that Audi you can buy an Audi with I don't know five no like hundred thousands I think. So it's a very good option. And the other company that is more economic is Seat. We see that had a Seat Leon, Seat Ibiza. So it's a very good option. Are more economic, we see that is one of the best companies in Spain. So it is the country of origin. So Seat is for the people that needs a car, but they don't want to. to give more money. So it's very economic. The gas in that vehicle don't going to they don't going to use more gas than the other like a Lamborghini that you need to have the tank full every week or every 2 weeks. So this is a very good option. To the Porsche is a mark very for the sport. I think that the most the most the car that you can buy for the less money is like 1 million pesos. So I think that is a very expensive mark. But comparing to Lamborghini, that you need to have like 5 millions of pesos, you it's a very good option to yes to have a sport car and very beautiful. I think so. The Porsche is an option to all the that people that want a sport car to yeah just to drive in the street or to the to having competition like that. So these subsidiaries are more than seven, but these are the most important. Is Audi, Volkswagen, Porsche, Lamborghini, Bentley, Ducati. Ah, sorry, I don't talk about Bentley. Bentley is a competition of Rolls-Royce. It's an United Kingdom company of very luxury vehicles. Bentley, the thing that they have a lot is like SUVs, but small ones. No are the SUVs like in Toyota Sienna that are so big. These SUVs are so yeah, so sports. Have like um, V8 is a engine very very power. Is the engine that has the big trucks like the Cheyenne, the Ford Lobo. This engine is has like a system to don't use more gasoline. So in thing, Bentley is very economic in the ambit of the gasoline because in the price are are so expensive. Well, and this company is very used in Germany, United Kingdom, and USA. I think that here in Mexico, no, but in Mexico City, Monterrey, Guadalajara, you see one or two Bentleys in the city. It's not very popular here, but it's a it's a good company. Well, in the horizontal integration that Volkswagen do is to purchase a part of a company. Like we see in the 2000s, Volkswagen acquired the 20% of Porsche. And in next years, like in 5 years, they purchase another 20%. And just like that, and Volkswagen, his, was his integration. In in the other companies, Volkswagen do the same, but in the case of Lamborghini, push the 100%. So it depends in the cost of the company. In the depending in the cost of the company is if it's a if it's a company that has a lot of money or that has a good power, have more power than the others, Volkswagen target that company to buy it. So I think that in certain time is a move of to be a very big company or to be a monopoly or something like that. But I think that Volkswagen is doing the best work to don't see like a like a company that only buy with the competition. Well, yes, he's doing that, but with another focus or not. Volkswagen are no exit the company that they buy. So only have the papers or the of the company. Don't don't reduce that company. Don't we see that Lamborghini is always doing more things. It depends on the money that Volkswagen gives. No, it's not the truth. But Lamborghini has his own money, his own CEO, and all that. It's only like we said in past minutes, are the subsidiaries, the sisters. Volkswagen is only the company that are the principal. With the vertical integration, Volkswagen in the factory of Germany do the his vertical integration is to the suppliers. Our suppliers in Germany are local suppliers. So Germany and like in the example of Mexico in the factory of Puebla, Mexico, well, the factory of Mexico search for suppliers in Mexico. Not what? Yes, it has suppliers for in Germany, United States, but the little things or part of those of the vehicle is from local suppliers. It could be the let's see the lights of the vehicle. It could be an electric company in Mexico. And for example, I don't know the tools of to create the vehicle could be in like Llave, the ferretry, for example. Well, and Volkswagen do this to have an extra service on an extra integration. It could be to the company. The thing that Volkswagen do is just search for local suppliers and don't leave the international suppliers. Well, the thing that Volkswagen do in the environment is to plant trees. If Volkswagen sell one vehicle, plant 5 trees. This is in Germany and in United States. I don't know if Mexico wants to follow that rule, but I don't know um, when he wants to follow that rule. Well, Volkswagen do that. In one vehicle are 5 trees. I don't know in what part specifically do that plant those trees, but it's also in Germany, USA, and I think that in Brazil, and they want to follow that. Other thing in Brazil, they is in Germany and Brazil like the laboratory to the innovation. So in Brazil, I think that in 1918s, 1919s, and they created the system to be more economic. So this system put Volkswagen in the map. We see the Jetta, the Beetle are vehicles that don't cost much gasoline are very economics. So in the thing of the environment, I think that Volkswagen is doing a very good paper. Other thing that Volkswagen do to the environment is to create the electric cars. All the companies are focused on that market to electric cars. We see that Tesla, Rimac, that is a company of United States, and what other? Ford is doing that. They are putting money to innovate the electric cars. So these little things, or the little things in the system, or the big things to the vehicles electric, are going to reduce the carbon emissions. So Volkswagen, like I see you say you in like 10 minutes, 20 minutes later, Volkswagen is going to have a collaboration with Ford, and Volkswagen wants to purchase a part of Ford, but that is another title. And Volkswagen and Ford wants to create an unique vehicle, electric car. So, and Volkswagen wants to create the best electric car to have a competition, direct competition with Tesla. We see that Tesla is is a very strong company in these days. So Volkswagen are preparing to the future. We see that the Volkswagen already have an electrical, the Golf and the Go. Those cars are very smart, but are little cars, are car for people. But Volkswagen in the actually has an already like in 5 months, I think, Volkswagen dropped SUV electric, like the Porsche Cayenne. It's a SUV from Porsche. Well, we know that Porsche is for Volkswagen, so we see the electric SUV from Porsche and Volkswagen, only the company, not the group. Volkswagen and redesign and do the do do his part to have an SUV electric. This SUV is the Golin, I think is an SUV very expensive, but in the economic way is one of the best ones. It's like a competition from the Tesla. Tesla is very expensive, so I think that Volkswagen and all the companies needs to create or to have a line of electric cars like Volkswagen is already doing. Audi, that is a subsidiary of Volkswagen Group, also are doing these projects. Let's talk about that. Projects to the press to the future, but not to the future very far. Like 2 years, 5 years. That 5 years is so close to the actually, because Tesla, we see that Tesla begins in like in 25 and 205 and something like that, 2005, sorry. And these companies don't are doing his electricals very fast. So we see that Volkswagen, Ford, Lamborghini wants to create an sport electric car, and it's a like a very dramatic way to do, because we see Lamborghini, his cars do very much noise. Is the essential of Lamborghini, the his engine doing very power. I think that it could be yes, an economic way to those companies. Volkswagen is a very good company, so I think that in the future Volkswagen will be the one of the best companies in the world, since I think since 1917s was one of the best ones in the actually. It's like in top five, I think. It is very well to a company that has a lot of competition with a Toyota, Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Ram, Dodge, Kia, Nissan. So I think that the thing that the Volkswagen is doing is very well. has a lot of competition and has a lot of money to be one of the best ones. Ford also have much money, but I think that the quality is not the same. Volkswagen is one of the best ones, and are going to our Volkswagen is going to be the top three of the world, I think so. So thank you so much. This is my video about Inglés Competente, Proyecto Final. My teacher is Susana Becerril, and my name is Ivan Ayon Landavaso, 1992, 18. Thank you so much.